What up? What up? What's the business? Top of the top. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? Y'all know what time it is. Starting off another day. And we know it's getting cold out here. But at the end of the day, we got to start the show. We got to get into the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how this go down. And it's the 4NOFAME Prime Time episode 37. And I'm going to get into rapper CASANOVA says he might die in jail. But the nigga should have knew that before he got locked up. I'm pretty sure he knew that because he was already a convicted felon. All right. Then I'm also going to get into Blueface. And he's been issued a warrant for his arrest. And I don't know what's up with these rappers, but these niggas wait till they start getting money to go to jail. And the shit don't make no sense. Salute to the chat. Good morning, family. I see y'all. I'm going to get into this stuff real quick. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. You hear me? I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I don't want no technical difficulties. I don't want no problems. But like I said, be blessed to see another day. So we're going to get into the shit. I'm going to set it off. Now, let's check this out. Rapper CASANOVA 2 times recently sent out a message via his manager on Instagram. He warned the youth about going to jail. And he sent a message through his manager. And this is what the message said. He said he might die in here, but always remember what's gangster, because this jail shit ain't gangster at all. I hope you young niggas beat the odds. Now I want you to listen to the dumb shit he said for a minute, right? This all the shit he should have said when he was free. But this is the nigga that, you know, Mr. Outside. This the nigga that wanted to be the toughest blood while he was free. He wanted to be the toughest gangster. You know, he wanted to have that gangster persona around him. He was still staying in tune with, you know, with real bloods locked up behind the wall. And he never understood the whole science of indictments. He never understood that when you're a rapper in the spotlight, you got to promote positive energy because you should already know the police and the feds watching you already. Then on top of that, he's sounding Rock Nation. So my point is, CASANOVA 2 times, he had the chance to fly straight. But he chose to do otherwise. He chose to beef with niggas. He chose to run down on people. It's also been a situation where he's supposed to jacked up a female in a restaurant, you know, snatched her phone. My whole thing is, he's another one of them niggas, right? And I'm not trying to diss him, but we got to keep it real. A lot of niggas love to use the streets when it's fucking convenient. They love to, when the streets make you look tough, when they make you look gangster, you know, like to floss your money on the hood, because you can't floss your money on a white man, he don't care. But you love to floss your money on the hood, you know, and you don't really do nothing for the hood that's positive. Eventually it always catch up with you. But like I said, niggas wait till they get locked up on a fucked up situation to be sorry, and then they want to, you know, they want to stand up for the youth. But my whole point is, everything CASANOVA is doing now, he could have did when he was free. But he might have felt like it was corny or it was lame. You know, to speak up for the youth, act like you're not with crime and gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. No matter how much money you get, you still could be a dummy. And you still can have bad influence around you and people that don't have no good intentions for you. That's why, you know, CASANOVA 2 times, he's in a fucked up situation. But guess what? He made the bed himself and he got to lay in it. And I keep seeing tendencies of a man that really wants to tell and get, because he wants to accept the fact that he's not getting out. He kind of threw a hint because he said he might die in here. So I'm pretty sure his life is flashing, you know. No more chilling mansions, no more around celebrities. No more sex with his wife, with his girl, you know. No more of that wetness. Maybe he might get visits, you know, visits with his woman or whatever. I don't know. But my point is, he threw it all away. He's the same man on Instagram that had pounds a week on his page, shit like that. He still wanted to promote the drug crime life. when all he had to do was just rap and make good records. That's it. All he had to do was make good music, and his career would have did what it did. He could have chilled. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. And this is the main nigga that was the poster child for I'm outside. Mr. Outside himself. Now he's inside. He's not getting out no time soon. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The same people that are, hit the like button when you going hard, when you repping that gangster shit, niggas gassing you up. Those the same niggas when you get locked up, them niggas not even gonna come see you or answer your call or write your letter or drop no money off in your family and might try to fuck your bitch. You understand? Them same niggas that's co-signing you, they might try to fuck your shorty. Y'all know I keep it raw on this platform, you dig? But at the end of the day, right, when you choose to live that life, it's always gonna catch up with you. Like, when are people gonna understand the life you live is a life you're gonna die by? How fucking hard is it to understand? Like, nigga, you don't have to go to jail to get a job and get an education and lift weights. While you free, nigga, you can sign up with Planet Fitness, any other gym. You can buy your own weights. You understand? You can open your own books. You can sign up for a GD class while you free, and you can get a fucking job damn near anywhere. Construction, McDonald's, whatever. It might sound lame, nigga, but now you got to work in the kitchen for some change. And that's for every nigga that decides to do dumb shit when they got a chance to be free. It's that simple. So I don't want to hear CASANOVA 2 times crying when it's the same nigga that was throwing up them bees real heavy. Like, you had rapping niggas trying to gangbang harder than niggas on the street. Like, this the same nigga that went and got an iced out 8 chain for Gorilla Stone Blood. You heard? He got the iced out Gorilla chain. He was really campaigning and promoting the blood agenda while he was a rapper. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Niggas set themselves up for failure, then they want to cry. And I'm sick of that shit. Because if I was in position, best believe I would never go backwards. You understand? So we got to let niggas like CASANOVA 2 times be an example of how stupidity always going to put you in a fucked up situation. When you're not a thinker and you don't know how to think for yourself, or when you're not a visionary. You got to be able to see in the future. I keep telling you niggas that. But you always thinking for the day. You do it for the gram. You know what I'm saying? You doing it for the bitches. You doing it for your homies. Because they toot, they tooting your horn. They gassing your head up, making you feel like you that superstar. But really, you don't got no hit records. You don't got no platinum hits. You don't got no real catalog. And when it's all said and done, you locked up and you ain't really got no real royalties. You just like a regular nigga again once you get locked up. So actually, people like you and me are doing better than CASANOVA 2 times right now. Why? Because we got our freedom. And we always have the opportunity to do something great. While that nigga is dealing with failure, depression, and agony. You know what I'm saying? But he brought it on himself. It is not my job to beat him down. But we got to make this clear that you don't wait till you make it to success, till you getting checks in your name, black cards, American Express. You don't wait to get to them levels to want to be the top gangster and the top shotter. You don't get to that level. That's called ass backwards. And I'm here to tell Cass that. So let this shit be an example that I told y'all niggas the streets is dead. All that shit is dead. And if you still in it, the clock is ticking. Because you seeing proof that the best have tried and failed. You seeing this shit right in your face. So if you blind, you might not see it. And you're going to be right behind that wall with CASANOVA 2 times. That's why I got to touch on the next topic. And for some reason, like I said, as you can see when shit play out in the entertainment world, it plays out in the street. When you see these rappers getting indicted, when you see them getting charged, best believe niggas in the streets are getting indicted as well. And we already know people in the streets already have been getting indicted this whole fall, because it's indictment season. And that's why if everybody that's from the street, everybody that got family members from the street, niggas always go to jail before Thanksgiving and Christmas. This is how the shit always goes. See, I was a career criminal, so I know this shit. That's how I knew when to lay low and to stay the fuck out the way. That's why I'm still here talking to you right now. Indictment season always come before Thanksgiving and Christmas. Always. They let you wild out in the spring. They let you wild out the whole summer. They might let you get 2 summers of wilding out. But best believe when they come get you, it's going to be cold. When they know you up in their house. When they know that you out here lacking and you're comfortable and you forgot about all the shit you did 2 years ago. And then you got a lot of hot niggas around you that's still doing hot boy shit. All they do is wait to connect the dots, find out who's who, find out addresses, find out everything that's going on, and then they come get you. Because it's a game. It's a game. And they let you play on the board for a little while, and then when they get ready, they come shut the game out, game down, game over, and then they get some new pieces on the board. Next. Who's the next to get indicted? It's a fucking game. That's why if you're in the game, you got to get out the game, you know? Some people know how to get in and get out and clean their money up. But like I said, all that shit is dead because 5G technology is on y'all niggas' ass, right? And with 5G technology, you're not escaping nothing. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Understand? And I don't like throwing people under the bus, but it's an example of, like I said, with that PPP loan, you can Google it. You can put anybody's name in and shit. If they did it, it's going to come up. And that was on purpose too. To just show you that you're not running from technology. You know what I'm saying? You're not running. Next, moving right along, I'm going to get into Fetty Wap, which we already know about Fetty Wap, but I didn't really touch on this because I think more information had came out on Friday, you know. And then sometimes you got a lot of people clout chasing topics, and I don't like talking on topics when everybody else talking about it because sometimes the shit get clouded up. You know what I'm saying? I like to let other people get their opinion, and then sometimes I get my opinion later on if I'm not first. But with Fetty Wap, all right, we got more details. We see that the feds also showed that he had 1.5 million in cash, 16 kilos of cocaine, 2 kilos of heroin, fentanyl pills, handguns, and an arsenal of ammunition. Basically, he had so much ammunition, it looked like he was ready for war. You understand? And we know Fetty Wap, but he's another one that made it successful. He's another one that can get paid off doing walkthrough shows, anything. He could have started his own podcast. He could have did a whole bunch of shit. He could have, did anything. Let's be real, man. These niggas are just dumb. You understand? He could have did whatever he wanted. Because I'm pretty sure people like me and you, if we have 1.5 million, we're going to think of a whole lot of ways we can become, great. When you got that type of money, you can start a car lot. You can start a car dealership. Shit like that. Simple shit. You can get into real estate. It's not hard. The same way you sell bricks, you can flip houses. It's that simple. Let's not be stupid. But this nigga is caught up in a lot of shit. And 4 out of the 5 men charged in indictment, because there's 6 of them all together, 4 out of the 5 men charged with using firearms. You understand? Meaning they was using the firearms to distribute the drugs. And there might be some shootings involved with them guns. But for people that don't know, they was moving drugs from California to Long Island, New York, and New Jersey. And they trying to say they distributed at least 100 kilos. So Fetty Wap, his whole team is facing basically life in jail. Now, we know Fetty Wap is out on $500,000 bail. So we don't know if he's going to go to jail or not. He's going to probably go to jail, but he might not get as much time as the rest of them. Or we don't know if Fetty Wap might be planning to work with the authorities. We don't know that. And I don't want to speak on this case too much because it's an open case, but this is recent information that came out. So like I said, let's pay attention. He got caught with 1.5 million cash, 16 kilos of cocaine, 2 kilos of heroin, and fentanyl pills. And basically, we know this is fucking genocide because this nigga was planning on flooding the fuck out the hood. That nigga was planning to flood the hood with so many drugs, nigga, it's not even funny. And this is a nigga that was in a position to do positive shit. But once again, he wanted to finance drug behavior. Now, maybe I'm going to give him a pass and say maybe he was clean, but maybe he just fronted the money and worked to his homeboys so they can keep it going. Either way, he guilty by association, and it was a fucking dummy move, and the nigga was taking that rap shit too far. I'm going to tell you this. When you're dealing with them fentanyl pills, that shit is like distributing death. Because the wrong chemistry of that drug right there will knock your socks off. Instant death. People know you can touch fentanyl and you can pass out from that shit. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what Fetty Wap put his money behind, and that's why that nigga is facing, I think, 30 years in jail behind the feds. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. You don't make it to success to try to be the biggest drug dealer, to try to be Frank Lucas, or you want to be, you understand? You want to be the real Rick Ross. That shit is called stupidity, nigga. There's so much shit you could do to clean your money. That's why I don't know who be around these niggas. I don't get it. Another thing, we got another rapper in some shit, and he's facing time. He's facing charges, shall I say. Blueface, Wack 100 artist, or I say Wack 100 is his manager. But Blueface, right, a warrant was issued over the attack of a nightclub bouncer weeks back. He's charged with 2 felonies, 1 for assault and 2 for robbery. And 2 other men is also charged with him. And this happened at the Skinny Lounge in California, if I'm not mistaken. Now, this how it went down, right? They went to the club. Blueface didn't have no ID. So he used his phone to show that he was famous. And guess what? The bouncer still shitted on him. Because Blueface thought because he didn't have ID, he thought he was going to get VIP status treatment. And he thought the bouncer was going to see him and just let him in off the strength of his face. And he had 2 other people with him. But y'all got to also understand, right? The clubs have become very, very strict. And they also know that rappers like to bring guns in the club with the entourage. And that's a lawsuit to the club. And that also can get the bouncer fired. So the bouncer was just trying to do his job and told that man, let me see your ID. But when Blueface pulled out his phone, he thought his VIP status was going to get him in a club and the bouncer was going to be, you know, all on his nuts or whatever, or be like, okay, good, you good, come on in. But the bouncer looked at that and was like, and whatever, you know what I'm saying? He basically dissed Blueface and denied that nigga access into the club. So then Blueface got mad, and him and his niggas, they jumped the bouncer, and they beat him down kind of bad. They put hands and feet on him, you know, they jolly stomped that nigga face, you understand? And the bouncer got rushed to the hospital, and he had to get stitches. And the thing that's crazy, because the bouncer he recently won a fight at the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship in Florida, you know, the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship number 19 in Florida against TikTok personality Ty Kane, I think it's Trujillo. Either way, the bouncer was a fighter, like one of them underground UFC fighters. So he might have been kind of big, you know, he might have been kind of nice with his hands, but when it was all said and done, Blueface and his homeboys, they beat blood out that man and they stomped him. They stomped him out. You understand? They violated him for not getting in the club. So Blueface right now, a warrant has been issued, and it's also been said that this bouncer most likely is going to sue him. But on top of that, Blueface is charged with assault and robbery. Now you also see that a lot of that's also how they got Pooh Shiesty a little bit. They throw the robbery in there. You understand? Because that robbery, that makes the charge a whole nother charge. Now, mind you, you can beat a nigga ass, right? Say y'all beat a nigga ass and say your homeboy take his hat from him or his phone. That's a robbery. And that's what they use to juice the charges up to make them stick a little bit better. So basically, Blueface, we know he's successful. People know who he is, but we know he don't got a lot of, hit records like that. He's not a household name. My point is his money is long, but it ain't that long. And this lawsuit could really fuck him up. And it's another nigga that made it to a certain level, but he want to keep promoting that Crip behavior. He want to be the most gangster Crip rapper. And he used that to his advantage to get sales, Crip walk and all that. That's where a lot of his following came from. And he tried to beat up a club bouncer, and now this nigga's facing charges. Once again, we have another rapper that gets the deal, makes it, and want to be a super gangster. So I'm sure you're pattern of dumbass niggas. We got a pattern of this shit. And it ain't hard to tell. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. When you make it to success, just humble yourself, chill the fuck out, raise your family, drive your foreign cars, nigga, count your money, wear your jewelry. But once you start trying to be a super gangster, nigga, you're gonna get what you asked for. Because who would say if that bouncer wasn't strapped, he just would have pulled out and started shooting all them niggas. That's what I'm trying to tell you niggas that like to go around beating up on people. You're gonna try to beat up on the wrong person, and that's how you're gonna get shot in your face, your chest, all that. You're gonna get put in the ground trying to put your hands on the wrong person. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas that. Moving right along. Because like I said, this ain't going to be too long. It ain't too much going on. But I'm going to say salute to the chat and salute to anybody that's new in the chat, new in the building. This is the 4NOFAME show. I want to salute everybody that pulled up. Salute Queen of Attraction. That's family right there. Zoom Man X, I see you. Vlad Riot, always on the check-in. You come in this chat room, just know we family, and this how we do. You know what I'm saying? We chop it up together. You know what I'm saying? Always love in the chat room. Salute to the chat. AP Wiz, I see you, bro. You understand? And thanks for all those who just, you know, got on to me last night from the Low Key T for Life show last night. When me and him, we went live, and, you know, thank that brother for showing me love and sharing my content and putting his, you know, his subscribers on to me. Definitely, I want to say thank you, and to everybody that's been sharing my video, my content. But I got to keep it going, right? Because I don't want to get thrown off. But definitely salute to the chat. Y'all know I got love for y'all. Next, back to this dumb nigga Travis Scott. I'm not into Travis Scott, but it was a report that came out about a 9-year-old in a coma from the Travis Scott show. Now check this out. The boy's grandfather told CNN that Ezra Blunt was in town to see his favorite artist. His son had his grandson on his shoulders, whose name was Vernon Blunt. Pardon me, Vernon Blunt. Vernon Blunt is a grandfather. Long story short, this man's grandson went to the show, and he had his other family member on his shoulders, right? The people pushed, and he could not breathe, so he ended up passing out because of all the pressure that was being applied to his body. He passed out. Ezra fell off his shoulders and fell into the crowd. He had a cardiac arrest, damaged his heart. He also is suffering liver and lung damage and brain swelling. So basically, to clarify this man is telling about how his son and his grandson went to the show. His son had his great-grandson on his shoulders watching the show. And when certain things took place, you know, his son couldn't breathe. In the process of him couldn't breathe, he basically dropped his grandson, and they got trampled. And they couldn't breathe. The young boy got trampled at 9 years old. Now, a lot of us gonna say, what was that 9-year-old boy doing at a concert? And I would say the same thing. And they said that the man said that was his, you know, that was his grandson's favorite artist. That's really why they was there. You know, Travis Scott is his favorite artist. And I told y'all about worshiping these fucking celebrities, entertainers. That's what's gonna get you led astray every time. But it's a 9-year-old boy in a coma from the show. He fell off his, you know, family member's shoulders and got trampled. But the thing is, right, the man that was holding him on his shoulders had passed out and couldn't breathe. And I heard a whole lot of reports of people that said the same as that shit. They couldn't breathe before they got trampled. I don't know if it was some type of gas or the heat. I don't know what the fuck they say, but a lot of people have reports that they couldn't breathe. And this didn't have nothing to do with getting trampled. People reported they couldn't breathe before the trampling even happened. But when the pushing and shoving and all that, people was getting, you know, people couldn't breathe during that time as well. But this little boy, you know, was dropped to the ground and trampled. And now he's in a coma and has brain swelling, liver and lung damage. So we basically know that's considered a vegetable. So basically the little boy is like half dead already. You know what I'm saying? And I want to send my condolences to this 9-year-old boy. And we also know that this is only one of the reports that are leaked out. And I'm pretty sure it's a whole bunch of other reports just like this of people that might die in the aftermath that we're not going to hear about. We know Travis Scott is offering to pay funerals. We know about all this thing. You know, they're going to donate money, all this shit. But what's done is already done. And like I said, this is another example of y'all keep fucking with these entertainers and these rap shows. And people said that the tickets was $400. They was a couple hundred. You know, it was some money. And that's what I'm talking about, man. We in the last days, food shortage, real shit going on. People still want to spend their money on dumb shit, paying for their own death. Who am I to judge? It is what it is. Y'all niggas live your life, but don't cry when you get caught up in fucked up situations. You're going to get what you ask for. Like I keep telling y'all, the Grim Reaper's lurking, and he doing his job. And death is upon us. You understand? The purge is upon us, whether you like it or not. Any day you step out your house, you could be a victim or a statistic. Don't matter who you are. If you got a gun, be prepared to be a shooter because you might get tested too. That's just the time we in. That's why I'm talking to my people that got legal straps. You got your legal straps, stay legally strapped up because these niggas going crazy out here. And I've been seeing a lot of reports. I even seen a report of a white boy and a white girl doing robberies. So what that tells you? Anybody get it right now? We also been hearing stories about people getting their purses snatched and things of that nature, knocked upside the head, getting jacked. Because we know when the holidays come, people start losing their mind, you know, and they want to turn up. You know, you got a lot of bum niggas. They can't get their kids nothing for Christmas. You know, they can't put no food on the table for Thanksgiving, and they want to take your food. This happens every year. But this year, it's going to happen to the 10th power, you know, to the 10th degree. It's going to be real crazy. And we already know what happened. Time went back, and it's getting dark early. It's getting dark at like 5 o'clock. And it's hoodie season. And niggas already got on masks from the you know, from the sickness that's going on, so-called. A lot of people already got on masks still. So that's a recipe for disaster. Don't let nobody get in your space. I'm talking about make sure everybody stay at least 20 feet away from you at all time. You understand? Because it's going down. But a lot of people are bringing themselves to destruction, keep fucking with these entertainers and this rap shit. Y'all want to keep going to the club. I'm not saying be a party pooper. I'm not saying I ain't fucking party, but I did so much partying before this shit happened. I kind of got that shit out of my system and I'm good for a minute, right? But y'all got to understand, it will be a day you can party. It will be a day you can have some fun. But right now, this ain't the fucking time. And every time you go out, you're going to get what you asking for. Trust me when I tell you. You're paying for your own destruction when you can just chill in the crib and watch some motherfucking, watch some Netflix or something. Shit sound corny, but guess what? I guarantee you, you got a better chance of living and spending your money. So that's why I say, I'm giving you examples of entertainers and how this shit brings a lot of fuckery. That's all it's doing, nothing positive. You ain't hearing about no rapper building no shit. You ain't hearing about no rapper giving out no major shit. Like, they gonna do their little weak-ass turkey drive soon. You know they gonna do it. You're gonna start seeing a viral, oh, so-and-so giving out turkeys, so-and-so bought somebody a car for Christmas. You're gonna start, basically it's tax write-off season 2. So you're gonna start seeing all that fake shit. Niggas buying their friends' jewelry, niggas buying their mother car, nigga buying their aunt's house, all these tax write-offs. But you're not gonna see nothing getting built in the community. You're not gonna see no campaigning against stop the violence, you know, stop the abuse. You're not gonna see no real campaigning. All you're gonna see is a lot of bullshit. And that's why I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Because I told y'all it's not too much to talk about. Next. This is another situation where Kanye West, he asked Drake to help him with the Free Larry Hoover campaign. On December 7th, Kanye West is performing for Larry Hoover to be free, and Larry Hoover is 70 years old, and they still don't want to let that man out. So that's how we know Larry Hoover has some type of heavy influence. We already know he had influence, period, but we know somebody's scared to let Larry Hoover out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's very scared to let that man out of jail because I told y'all it's all about influence. It's not about money. They're not scared of a nigga with money, you know? They're not scared of a nigga with $1 billion. But they're scared of a man that has a lot of influence and can influence 1 million people. That's what they're scared of. Period. Y'all got to understand what's going on. The shit ain't about, it ain't all about money. Money is a distraction. You know, money is the tool they use to manipulate and to control. But money is not real power. That's why I did the saying, niggas was taught that lie, money, power, and respect. And they think if they get money, they got power, and niggas respect them, but it don't work that way. That shit is ass backwards. You got to have respect first. When you got respect, that gives you power. And then later on, the money will come. But that was a trick. That's why you got a lot of niggas with money. They think they get them power, but really that's a false sense of reality. When you got money, you attract a lot of the wrong shit, and you have a lot of people around you, right? But them same people around you, they really plotting on your downfall. Or them same people around you, they just around you for what they can get or what you got to benefit them. And then when you don't have no money, you will see that you don't have no fucking power because all the motherfuckers gonna leave you behind. Same thing with these rap niggas I just told you about, like Casanova 2 times. He's saying now he don't have no power at all. But when he was on the streets, he wanted to be the top goon OG. And he had soldiers around him, and he thought he had a lot of power. Influence is real power. Never forget that. When you got the power to snap your fingers and people jump and move and stand attention and do whatever you say, that's fucking power. And that's the power they are scared of. That's all you got to know. When you got more power than a politician, or your power might threaten the power. That's like if Larry Hoover came home right now, he'd have more clout than the mayor and the governor if he go back to Chicago. Let's be real. They don't want that. So that's why Larry Hoover's still locked up. He's 70 years old. But Kanye West, he wanted Drake to help him. And for those that seen it yesterday, Kanye West did an apology to Drake. And he read it. He was reading off his phone like it wasn't from the heart. And also, it basically was scripted. It was scripted. And it kind of looked like he was forced to do it because Jay Prince was standing right behind him when he did it. So it kind of looked like Jay Prince made Kanye West apologize to Drake. And some people feel like that shit was bullying, and some people not feeling that shit. You understand? Some people got mixed opinions about that whole situation. But Kanye West, you know, he offered an olive branch, and he wants to come together with Drake so they could do a concert to free Larry Hoover. You know, and that's a positive event, but we got to see how this play out. You know, that's why I say I am going to respect Kanye West, because out of everybody, he does stick his neck out for Larry Hoover, and he also tried to get Trump to pardon him. So I'm not going to knock Kanye for that. And I showed you how Kanye West, he do put himself on the line. He also told us George Bush didn't care about black people. You understand? And we could diss Kanye all day, but no rapper even got the balls to do what he do. You understand? Let's just be real. They're not going to try to get Larry Hoover out of jail because they don't want that shit attached to their name. So at the end of the day, I don't know what type of path Kanye is on, but hopefully he know what he's doing, because he's a billionaire and he's trying to, he's trying to do a lot of shit for the people. But the one thing I'm gonna say what Kanye is fucking up at, like a lot of people fuck up at, is you're not supposed to tell everybody your fucking plans. You're just supposed to move and do shit. You understand? That's how you live your life, man. When you're at a certain level, you don't have to tell everybody what you plan on doing, what you're going to do, what you want to do. That's how you set up your downfall. That happened to a lot of great people. They told everybody what they wanted to do, and people, what they do, they counted their shit. Meaning everything they said they was going to do, they put traps in place so they couldn't do it. Never say your fucking plans to the public. Your plans are for you. Like you heard of God's plan, God got his own plan, right? He's not going to tell everybody his plan. So sometimes you got to walk that path like that and just keep all your shit to yourself. Just execute, show through your actions. You ain't got to say everything in a fucking advertisement of what you're going to do. Because that's a good way to end up, you know, in the ground, or somebody countering your whole shit, setting you up. You understand? Setting you up for failure. They don't want you to execute that plan. Remember that. And they also say that God is the master planner. So just like Satan, he put plans together too. So my whole point is, don't put all your plans out there, because somebody will destroy your shit. So that's the only thing I'm going to say about Kanye. He's at a certain level of money, success, but he got a habit of telling the world what he got planned and what he's doing. And that's what he be fucking up at. Because Kanye West, we know he down with the elite, but they don't like people that run their mouth. And hopefully that's not Kanye West's demise, and I would never put that on him, but like I said, I hope they not set him up for failure. So Kanye West, he extended olive branches. He want peace with Drake. And they want to help Larry Hoover get out of jail. But I don't know if Jay Prince made him do it. I don't know if Jay Prince is behind that part or the apology part. But we'll see what's going on. Some people feel like Jay Prince is a bully. And some people feel like, you know, Jay Prince ain't the same nigga he was back in the day. You understand? But everybody is not scared of Jay Prince, and that's a fact. But at the end of the day, he do run Houston. He got a lot of people behind him. So I'm in that topic. I'm gonna move on to the next topic. And Rick Ross dissed Scottie Pippen, and he dissed Scottie Pippen because he said Scottie Pippen didn't handle his business. Because for those who've been paying attention, Scottie Pippen has been crying and he's been whining about a lot of shit about Jordan lately, you know. And Scottie Pippen also might need to get his money right, because Scottie Pippen, he like dealing with the younger females, and I'm pretty sure they be running that nigga pockets. And he want to get his bag up, you dig? So we know Scottie Pippen recently put a book out, but Scottie Pippen is still crying about the Last Dance documentary that Jordan put out. And he also was crying about shit from 30 years ago that Jordan did. And the main new topic is they say Jordan made $10 million from that, you know, Last Dance documentary, and Scottie Pippen's mad because he got nothing. Nathan, he got Nathaniel from that nigga. He got nothing, and he mad. And they also say no other Bulls players got no money from that documentary. And Rick Ross dissed Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? He basically told that nigga he need to stop crying. And he not a good businessman. He basically told Scottie Pippen he should have handled his fucking business, and then he would have been straight. But y'all also have to remember that when Michael Jordan was laying low, he was laying low key, doing what he do, you know, with the Charlotte Hornets and things of that nature. Scottie Pippen was taking a lot of shots at Michael Jordan throughout the years, saying shit like LeBron is better. He was, you know, shit like that. So once he said LeBron was better than Jordan, that's kind of like where he drew the line as an op to Jordan. You got to be real, because if you his man and y'all won 6 rings together, even if you felt that way, you should have never said no stupid shit like that on national television. We also know in the past, Jordan got mad at his man, Charles Barkley, for disrespecting him on TV. And they say that Jordan still ain't cool with Charles Barkley to this day. I don't know if they cool now. I don't know, but it's a fact Jordan cut off Charles Barkley for saying some dumb shit on TV about him too, because they was friends, you dig? But Scottie Pippen been campaigning for like the past 10 years of throwing shots at Jordan about how LeBron better and things of that nature. He recently tried to rebuttal, like Scottie Pippen, he's a nigga that's all over the place too. He just do whatever. You know, he do whatever. He want to still be young. He want to still fuck with young bitches. That's why Future took his bitch. You understand? Because Scottie Pippen is a dumb nigga too. But he mad because, you know, he got exposed in that documentary of how he wasn't a warrior and how he was doing a little petty shit with the Chicago Bulls for his contract. And he was doing a little shit like, you know, when Jordan needed him at times, he wasn't there or he was folded. Let's be real. But he's mad because Jordan got $10 million off that documentary and he didn't get a penny. And he's mad. So Rick Ross, he put it out there that Scottie Pippen, basically, nigga, you need to handle your business and stop crying, nigga. And you still whining over shit that happened 30 years ago. So that's why we know Scottie Pippen, he's a bitter ass nigga. He's very bitter and he's crunchy. But he's also trying to get his bag up. That's why he dropped the book, because, you know, he like to play, he like to hang around younger women. You know, I ain't talking about underage. He like younger, you know, in their 20s, 30s, 40s. I ain't saying 40, I'm talking about 20s and 30s. We know Scottie Pippen in his 50s. He like women in their 20s and 30s, shit like that. He like younger women, you understand? And we know younger women, they need a lot of shit at this damn time. And I'm pretty sure they be running that nigga pockets. He's basically a trick daddy. That's what he is. He's a sugar daddy. And with that note, I'm going to get into the next topic, which I probably heard about. This is Stevie J files for divorce from Faith Evans. Now, a lot of us knew this was some clown shit anyway. And a lot of us felt like that was some bitch ass shit. Niggas like me felt like that was some bitch ass shit because we know Faith Evans was married to Biggie Smalls. We also knew Stevie J was down with the Hitmaker, that's their name. I might be mistaken. Something like that. Something with hitting it. The Hitmen, I think. Something like that. Stevie J was down with Bad Boy. So we know Stevie J was always lusting for Faith Evans. And maybe Faith Evans was always lusting for Stevie J. Who knows? But Faith Evans, there's been a lot of allegations of her hitting that blow. You dig? They say she like to toot it up her nose. You heard? I've been hearing that for a very, very long time. You dig? And when you look at her, she always looked like she hit. You understand? She looked like she high. Like when you on Drink Champ, she looked real high. You dig? But my point is this, allegedly, right? We know she's a shiesty individual because all the men you could have fucked with on the planet Earth, you want to fuck with Stevie J. This is how I'm showing you behavior of stupid people and wicked, stupid ass motherfuckers. Of all the people she could have fucked with, she fucked with Stevie J. After the nigga was on Love and Hip Hop. After Jocelyn and all that. So what the fuck to tell you about Faith Evans? And you got to peep game. Stevie J files for divorce from her. Because we know Stevie J don't really like old chicks like that neither. But remember, y'all got to remember when Stevie J was going through that child support situation, that's around the time he married Faith Evans because Stevie J needed some of that bag, you heard? He needed some of that money. Even though he had his own money from Love and Hip Hop, when he married Faith Evans, when you get married, y'all money become one, and that saved his ass from a lot of shit. So now Stevie J, he feel like, you know, he probably on lockdown. He don't want to be in the house. Everybody knows Stevie J like to smash all the chicks. They know, niggas know Stevie J like to run through them and run wild, you dig? And he probably tired of being up in the house with Faith Evans, you dig? And it's been allegations that they both be getting smacked together, you understand? And that's allegedly. But Stevie J is the one that files for divorce. And I wonder if he's trying to book her for some money too. So that's what I'm trying to say, man. These entertainers are sick in the head and they loony. Because Stevie J is another one. He could have any female he want. I'm not gonna say any female, but he didn't have to fuck with Faith Evans. He could have did better than that. But she had a bag. You understand? And my point is, both of them are disloyal to Biggie Smalls. That shows you Stevie J, one of them niggas that'll fuck your bitch when you in jail or when you're dead. Stevie J is definitely that nigga. So you don't hang around niggas like Stevie J, because he didn't have no respect for Big for the simple fact he fucked with that man's ex-wife. He could have fucked with anybody else, but he wanted to fuck with his ex-wife. Not only did he fuck with her, he wanted to get married to her. Mind you, she has Biggie's son. So you got to understand what's going on. This shit is crazy, man. It's no more loyalty right now. You understand? Just understand that, man. Everybody's out to get what they can get for themselves. Everybody's out to get their own bag. You dig? Salute to the chat. Roski Productions. I see you, bro. Diz NY. You heard AP Wiz. I'm going to do a recap for those that just pulled up. I'm going to do a recap real quick, and then I'm going to get up out of here because there ain't too much to talk about. But check this out, right? For those who just pulled up, rapper Casanova 2 times recently sent out a message via his manager on Instagram where he warned young guys about going to jail. And I told you niggas, he could have did this shit when he was free. But no, he wanted to be the big 8. He wanted to be the big gorilla Stone Blood. You heard? That's what he wanted to be. Now, when he's locked up, he wants to be a guidance counselor. And he said he might die in here. He said, I might die in here. But always remember what's gangster. Because this jail shit ain't gangster at all. I hope you young niggas beat the odds. That's what he said. Now I want y'all to swallow that pill for a minute and let's analyze what this man just said. It don't make no sense. Because he could have said this when he was here. And this shit ain't even about beating odds, right? This shit is about being smart. You're not going to beat the streets. They say the streets are undefeated. But the streets are undefeated is what they say, right? But you can be smart and avoid jail. And that's how this works. So for those just came in at the cat. Casanova times. And Blueface, he beat up his manager. Yo. Hold on a minute. Salute to the chat. It's like when this shit get packed, this shit start locking up, bro. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's the recap on that, man. Back in the building. Back in the building. Back in the building, man. Once again. Anyway, I'm about to end this shit, right? You just came in, just rewind it to the beginning. I touched on Casanova and how he crying, how he jail, and he's talking about he might die. I also got into Blueface on how he's facing time in jail. Blueface is facing an assault charge and a robbery charge, right? He's charged with 2 felonies for beating up a bouncer in front of a club in California, allegedly. You dig? Blueface didn't have no ID. He went to the club. You dig? The bouncer told him to show his ID. He tried to pull out his phone, and the bouncer basically was like, who are you? And Blueface got mad and they beat the bouncer up and they beat him bloody. They stomped him out and they put hands and feet on him and the bouncer had to get stitches. And they saying the bouncer, he's probably gonna sue this man. That's what they saying. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. These rap niggas get a position and they want to be gangster Crips, they want to be gangster Bloods, and they want to put in a whole lot of work. And Blueface is Whack 100 artist. So this going right here because facing a robbery charge, and we know a lot of time they put that robbery shit in there to make the charge stick. So Blueface probably about to get sued, and he might be facing a little bit of jail time. Who knows? Who's to say? But that man put hands and feet on a bouncer, and a bouncer they recently won a fight at the bare knuckle fighting championship. Meaning the bouncer they beat up, he's like a professional fighter to some degree. You know what I'm saying? And he was fighting recently in Florida. So basically, dude is nice. He's supposed to be some type of factor that can fight, but they jumped that nigga, and they jumped him because he basically dissed Blueface, and he didn't acknowledge that nigga's celebrity status, and Blueface got mad, and they beat the nigga up allegedly. You dig? So that's two rappers right there that, you know, they wanted to push that gangster shit, but them niggas got time. I also spoke on Fetty Wap, which I already know. He got caught with 1.5 million cash, 16 kilos of cocaine, and 2 bricks of heroin and fentanyl pills, and handguns and an arsenal of ammunition, like he was about to go to war. So we already know Fetty Wap should not be beating this charge, but this could be his entourage, and it might come at him for funding it. Either way, that's an ugly ass situation, and we got a situation of rappers making it to a certain level, but they don't want to clean their ways. Because you niggas can open up businesses, y'all can open up chain of restaurant, y'all can open up supermarkets, y'all niggas can open up, y'all can get into real estate, y'all can get into low housing, y'all can open up car dealerships, y'all can get into merch, manufacturing product. Oh, niggas can build warehouses, studios. Niggas could be building studios like Tyler Perry, you understand? For music, videos. There's so much shit these dumb niggas could be doing, right? But they love to keep fucking with that street shit. When they already clean, they already get clean, you understand? They checks come in their name. They walk out of banks, can make withdrawals, whatever money they want, but they still want to be fucking gangsters and street niggas. So we gonna leave it at that, because I don't want this live to get fucked up no more, right? But just take heed to what all these stupid niggas do once they make it. And you got people like us, we still trying to make it. That's the sad part. People like us, we still trying to get to the top. These niggas get to the top and fall, because I told you the higher you go, sometimes the harder you fall when it's all said and done. That's why people like us, we still in a position to be great. So don't get it fucked up. See, once you played yourself, you can't unplay yourself. That's what niggas don't understand. So I'd rather stay on a small level than get real big and fall on my face. That's just me. Also, I'm gonna recap how Kanye West asked Drake to help him free Larry Hoover, and Kanye West is doing a concert on December 7th. Larry Hoover, and Larry Hoover is 70 years old, and they still don't want to let that man out. But Jay Prince got behind Kanye, and it looked like, in my opinion, he made him read a script apologizing to Drake under pressure. That's what it looked like to me. And Kanye West, he wants to make Drake to free Larry Hoover. You dig? So we're gonna see if Drake gonna comply with this. Also, it's been reports, you know, that brother spoke about it last night and yesterday, that Kanye West supposedly about to be giving Beanie Siegel $50 million, you dig, and a percentage of his company for Ye. So we're going to see how that play out too, because Beanie Siegel is out here looking bad and he needs some money, man. For real, they did Beanie dirty. Beanie was the muscle of the rock. A lot of niggas that at one point, let's be real, at one point, a lot of people was only fucking with Rockefeller because of Beanie Siegel. Let's not play with this shit. When that whole D Block situation happened, Beanie, state property, they handled that beef. If they didn't handle that beef, ain't no telling if D Block would have slaughtered Rockefeller back then. You're also going to see, after all that beef, that's when Jay-Z wanted to change clothes. And that's when he wanted to change his whole swag up. He wanted to get away from the streets after Beanie and all them niggas was getting hot. So like I said, man, I'm not going to hold y'all up too long, right? If you didn't catch it, rewind it to the beginning. You might hit a glitch in it because it was a glitch. But y'all know I do this shit every day, and I'm gonna keep it going. This is the 4NOFAME episode 37. It's the primetime show. Get it fucked up. Salute to the chat. Salute to my homie P from Let's Talk About It. Every night, Monday through Friday, we got Grown Man Talk. We deal with serious topics, and we give y'all visuals, and we give y'all some comedy at the end sometime. You did? We like to laugh and joke. So when you come up on the late night, you just pull up, you know, you can chill out. If you want to come on a platform, you want to add on to the positive conversation or whatever conversation we got going on. If you want to chime in, you welcome to chime in. It's all love. And that's on my brother P platform. Let's talk about it. And that's what we do over there. I want to say salute to the chat, right? Salute to all my supporters. Salute to all my people that hold me down every day. You dig? Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And don't forget to leave a comment. You dig? You like or dislike, that's on you. I don't tell people to like nothing. You hear me? That's me. Other than that, 4NOFAME, Primetime episode 37, and I'm out.